Hi everyone, welcome to NetGate Chemistry. So today we are going to solve some more questions of previous year of CSIR Net of Chemical Bonding. Okay, so the first question which we are going to discuss is that the correct non-linear and isostructural pair is out of these. So first we have to find out the shape, whether it is linear or non-linear. Then we have to find out which one is isostructural. Okay, so we have to go for the geometries and shape of the molecules. So the molecules which we have to analyze are SCl2, I3 negative, I3 positive and ClF2 negative. These are the four molecules. Okay, so first we'll go for SCl2. Okay, here the central atom is going to be sulfur, right? So it will be having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6 electrons in the valence shell, right? Because it belongs to oxygen family. So now it is attached to two chlorine atoms like this. Okay, so it will be having two lone pairs. Okay, it is having two lone pairs and two bond pairs. Steric number is 4. Okay, sp3 hybridization and tetrahedral geometry. Okay, tetrahedral geometry. And what will be the shape? Shape will be bent. Okay, this is all about the first molecule. Now we'll go for the second molecule. Second is I3 negative. Okay, for I3 negative, central atom is iodine. Okay, it is having negative charge, so iodine has 7 electrons in the valence shell because it belongs to halogen family, and due to the negative charge there is extra 1 electron. Okay, it is attached to two more iodine like this. Okay, so it is having 3 lone pairs and 2 bond pairs. Steric number is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Okay, if we talk about the geometry for steric number 5, what it will be? It could be, okay, so here we can show this structure also like this: iodine, right, 3 lone pairs like this, 1 iodine above and 1 below, right? So the geometry will be trigonal bipyramidal. This we have discussed in previous video also, right? For I3 positive and I3 negative we have discussed. And what will be the shape? Shape will be linear, right? So one thing we have found out that this could not be the answer because we need to have non-linear molecule, right? So this could not be in the answers. So all the options having I3 negative are excluded. Okay, these two options are excluded now. So now we'll move on to the third molecule, which is going to be I3 positive. This molecule we also have discussed, right? This was also asked in one of the questions. So I3 positive, so central atom will be iodine having positive charge, so it will be having 6 electrons in the valence shell. 1 electron is excluded due to the positive charge. Okay, and it will be attached to two more iodines, so it will be having 2 lone pairs and 2 bond pairs. So steric number will be 4 and shape will be bent, right? This also we have discussed, right? So shape is going to be bent, so this definitely could be in the answers, right? Fourth molecule which we are going to discuss is ClF2 negative, right? Here central atom will be chlorine. So chlorine is a halogen, so it will be having 7 electrons in the valence shell, but it is also having a negative charge, so it will be having extra electron along with the negative charge. So it is attached to two fluorines like this. Now it will be having 3 lone pairs. So the steric number is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Steric number is going to be 5. Okay, so this is definitely going to be just like I3 negative. It could be shown like this: 3 lone pairs in the plane forming a triangle, 1 fluorine is above and one is below. Okay, so geometry will be trigonal bipyramidal, and shape is going to be linear, right? So definitely this is also not going to be in the answers. So one having Cl2 negative is also excluded. So SCl2 negative is having bent shape. Okay, I3 positive is also having bent shape. Okay, and both are isostructural, right? Both are isostructural and both are non-linear, having bent shape. So the correct option is option B. Okay, so this is all about this question. So now we'll move on to the next question, right? So in the next question they were asking about the shape of TeF5 negative molecule according to valence shell electron pair repulsion theory. Okay, so we have to find out basically the shape of this molecule. So here Te is tellurium. We know that tellurium belongs to oxygen family, right? Oxygen, sulfur, selenium, tellurium, polonium, right? This is excluded. So tellurium belongs to oxygen family. So now here the central atom is going to be tellurium, right? Here one negative charge is there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7 electrons will be present because there is also one negative charge. It was having 6 electrons in the valence shell, right? So 1 electron is added because of the negative charge. So this is all about the valence shell of Te negative. So now it is attached to 5 fluorines, 3, 4 and 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So it is having now 2 electrons which will be present as lone pairs, right? So it will be like this: tellurium having 1 lone pair along with a negative charge having 5 fluorines attached to it, right? Okay, rough structure will be like this. Okay, now what happens here, all the 6 positions out of which one is occupied by the lone pair, all the positions are equivalent. All the 6 positions are equivalent as this lone pair present on the 6th position. Like this, there are 6 positions out of which at 1 there is one lone pair. It continuously changes its position, okay, because all the 6 positions are equivalent. So due to this, what happens, it has a square pyramidal shape, right? So the shape is like this. This is tellurium square and this one lone pair is present like this. 5 fluorine are present like this. Okay, so this is going to be the shape of TeF5 negative. Here negative charge is also present, so it is going to have square pyramidal shape. Okay, here all the positions are equivalent. Okay, so this is all about the TeF5 negative molecule, right? So in the next question they were asking about the number of PS and PP bonds in the molecule P4S3. So for that you have to know the structure of the P4S3 molecule. So first we'll solve this and then I'll provide you the structure of some of these type of molecules, so that in future if they ask you this type of question, then definitely this molecule will not be there, but this type of molecule could be asked, right? Some of the molecules like P4S7, P4O10, P4O6 like that could be asked in the exam. So first we'll discuss this molecule and then we'll go ahead and learn about some of these type of molecules, right? The geometries of these types of molecules. So first we'll talk about P4S3. The shape of P4S3 is like this. this is the shape of P4S3 molecule. So now you can count the number of PS bonds: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. There are 6 PS bonds. If we count the PP bonds, then these are 1, 2 and 3. There are 3 PP bonds. So the option having 6 PS bonds and 3 PP bonds was the correct option, right? So now we'll discuss some of the relative molecules. Okay, so the first molecule for which we are going to describe the shape is PF5. That we all know actually. For PF5 we have phosphorus like this, 3 fluorines present in a plane like this in a triangular shape. 1 fluorine is above and 1 is below, right? This is PF5. Next, second is PCl2F3. For this we have phosphorus here, 2 Cl present here, F here, 1 fluorine above and 1 below. Okay, this is the second shape. Third is PH3. For PH3 there will be 1 lone pair, right, and 3 hydrogens will be attached like this. Okay, now fourth one, P4S3, that we have discussed in the question. Next will be P4S10, that will be like this: phosphorus, okay. So in NMR also they can ask you this type of question, that for P4S10 how many NMR signals you get. So for that you should know about the shape of these molecules, right? So next, because you have to see the environment, without knowing the shape or the structure of the molecule you cannot tell about the environment, right? So next will be P4S7. Okay, this is P4S7. Sixth is P4. This is simple one. Okay, next is P4O10. This is P4O10, and the last structure is P4O6. This is the structure of P4O6. Okay. So these are some of the structures out of which question could be asked either in NMR or in this type of question which we have discussed, or in some other questions also. So you can go ahead and see all of these structures or shapes. Okay, so far that's it for this video. I hope this video was helpful for you, and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you so much for watching.